What is good, YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. It's your boy Don, and yo, listen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is when you're seeing this video, man. I got y'all with a Klay Thompson build. So we're gonna be at the shooting guard position with the build, obviously, and we can go ahead and smash continue. So for the height on this build, we are going with 6'5". The weight, we're going with minimum weight 175. The wingspan, we had to go a little short because I need that 3-ball high so we can get catch and shoot on Hall of Fame. That's pretty much it, man. This is one of those classic 3-and-D builds. So yeah, go ahead and smash continue so we can get into this build, man. We will be going with a 40 for the close shot. We're gonna go ahead and put the driving layup to a 61, but don't worry about that, man. We're gonna keep the driving dunk at an 81, so you will still be able to dunk on this build. So I do want a few things out of this build. So he has to be able to defend at a high level, finish at least a little bit, and then be lethal off the catch and shoot. So for the 3-point shot, we will be going to a 92. For the mid-range, you can leave it right where it's at. Leave it at that 77. Middies are easy anyway, man. You don't need a high midi to hit those. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. So for the free throw, we're gonna put that to an 80 for now. We'll probably have some extra points left over towards the end of the build, and we'll make it do what it do when that happens. So for the pass accuracy, we will be going with a 70, man. It's not crazy high, but it's just enough to not be a liability when you're passing it. You do get bullet passer on silver if you choose to use the badge, which I would highly suggest. So for the ball handle, I'm gonna just go with an 80 just cause. If you do want to dribble, this build will be able to do that as well. A little bit better than Klay. He doesn't really dribble, so we don't know if he can or not, but that is neither here nor there. So for the perimeter defense, man, has to be maxed. If this is a Klay Thompson lockdown off-ball build, it has to be maxed. So for the steal, we will be going with an 80. Pretty much, I just want to make it so that you can play the lanes at an elite level, be that lockdown, because honestly, a lot of the times you're probably going to be playing in a 2-3 or something like it and playing sides. Just make sure you can get those blocks. So for the defensive rebound, I will be going with a 40. It's not so you can be down there. It's more so just for looks at this point, to be quite honest. I got to put the points somewhere. So for the speed, we're going to max it out. Acceleration, we're going to max that out. I'm going to just bump the vertical up to a 75 just because I like to have it there. Man, most of my builds do have around a 75 vertical. And we're going to put the rest on stamina. Then we're going to have a couple points left just as I anticipated, man. It's almost like I made this build before. But yeah, so for the free throw, we're just going to bump it up to an 82, and that takes care of all the points. So as you can see, this build is an elite defender. A little bit of playmaking, not too much, not too little, just enough so that you can facilitate if you need to. Like, it's an off-ball build, so I mean, you can facilitate if you need to, but it is never going to be like the focused build. Like, it's just not one of those builds that's going to do that. Shooting at an elite level, I can't call this a Klay Thompson build if he can't shoot at an elite level, man. And then for the finishing, it's decent. It's not, if you want more finishing, just take down your 3, but that will cost you catch and shoot on Hall of Fame, unfortunately. I mean, or you can take them off defensive rebound and see what you can get out of that. So for the takeovers, man, make sure the takeovers match your playstyle. I'll say it again just to make sure y'all heard me all the way in the back. Make sure your takeovers match your playstyle, man. Like, if you're not out there clamping people up or you're not interested in defense, you got all of these other takeovers to choose from. You got shot creating and sharpshooting. You can do either one of those. But for me, if I was making this build, I would be extreme clamps all the way because your boy loves to play some defense. But let's go ahead and keep it going. Yes, I want to complete the build. Now, it gives you a 3-and-D off-guard build. Shades of Tyrese Halliburton, Klay Thompson. Like I said, man, this is a Klay build. And then we got CJ McCollum, who is also not a bad player either, man. So we're going to go ahead and test out the build so y'all can see these badges, man. What is a build without the badges? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit continue. So for the finishing, with this build not being a great finisher, I'm going to just go ahead and put posterizer and slithery both on silver. Honestly, that's enough. I have that little meta guard build where it only posterize on silver, and surprisingly it catches body sometimes. Don't know how. The game is broken. And we're going to put Lob City Finisher on silver. If you're in a position where you need to catch a lob, best of luck to you, man. I think you'll be alright, but you never know. and just put Pro Touch on bronze just to take care of the rest of the badges. Now for the shooting badges, one of the best parts of this build, and if you think this build doesn't have enough shooting or you want more shooting badges, remember with the rebirth you do get that +5. So that's always something to do. And then if you hit 39 this season, I think it's 39, you can also get that extra one, so that's +6. So you'll have 34 instead of 28 with a pretty solid balanced build. So first things first, Sniper Hall of Fame, obvious. Hot Zone Hunter, gold. You gotta put Hot Zone Hunter as high as you can get it. It's one of the most useful badges in my opinion. And Catch and Shoot, you want that on Hall of Fame. And in all honesty, if you could just get those, you'd probably be just fine. But we got a little extra, so we can put Blinders on gold, Deadeye on gold. And then for the last one, man, I would use those extra 3 badges. I know there's other stuff you can do with it. You can get Corner Special, you can get Limitless Spot Up, you can Stop and Pop. But for the way I play, and what I've noticed about this slippery off-ball badge, it does work, man. You get ankle breakers off the ball. Like what? Come on, man. But as always, the build is flexible. Like I said earlier, make sure that the way you make this build matches your playstyle. I'm gonna go ahead and put Hyperdrive on, just so when I do drive on this build, it'll be nice, man. I get that quick burst of speed, just like Quick First Step, just like Stop and Go. And Unpluggable, put that on silver. And for the last 6, you need that on Glue Hands. But if you are planning on passing a little bit more, put Glue Hands on gold, and then put Bullet Passer on bronze, and then maybe a Needle Threader on bronze, just to make the build a little bit more flexible as far as being a playmaking threat. Now for the defense, I'm gonna go ahead and put Clamps on gold, Interceptor on gold, and honestly, the build could pretty much stop there. I don't need anything else. But I'm gonna go ahead just to make sure that the build is extra saucy, extra just what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna put Off-Ball Pest on gold, Pick Dodger on Hall of Fame, because if you're playing against the 2-3, you will have to use Pick Dodger. Just trust me, man. People gonna be picking the crap out of you, and if they don't pick you, oh my God, this build turns into a god. But yeah, then Tyler's Defender on bronze, just to cap off the badges, man. I love Tyler's Defender. I have it on pretty much all my builds. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, man. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. But before you do, make sure you do me a favor, smash that like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's your boy Don. I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.